Greetings, modelers. Up next, 9th Century Viking by ICM Models in 1/16 scale. Never built one of these before, and it should be pretty interesting, pretty exciting. Wow, it's really a luxury to have a brand new kit here, untouched, unmolested, so we're going to see what happens. Let's take a look. This looks like the base. It's just a pretty simple plastic base, no nameplate or anything. Okay. This looks like the top of the base, I guess, or maybe you can, two different options. You can have him on this pedestal type base or just a flat base. So, okay, and then we got, this looks like his shield and weaponry. We've got the shield here. Here's his battle hatchet that he's holding. We've got his helmet, the front of his helmet. Looks like we have two options for the helmet, either just a simple one or a full-on face guard helmet here. We've got a couple swords and a scabbard to hold his sword, and then some arrows here. In the instructions, the arrows are actually coming into the shield, like these are his enemy's arrows that they've shot at him, but his trusty shield has protected him, so that's pretty cool. And then we got the figure, and it's a little smaller than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was taller. I had pictured him being taller. Anyway, it's nice that the legs are all one piece, so no gluing the leg halves together, and with the seam and required puttying and all that, so that's exciting. It's interesting little texture here on his skirt, whatever it is. Nice texture here on his jacket, his tunic. So a lot of chance for leather, I guess. It's probably well-worn leather. We've got, here's his head, here's his face. He's screaming. He's screaming his into battle, so very cool. It's very well molded, very nice. There's a little bag there where he keeps all his goodies. So, should be very fun. Looks like it's very simple, straightforward, easy to put together. Hopefully there won't be too much filling and sanding required. And the fun part is going to be the painting. So, yeah, here's the different colors. It's going to be mostly brown, I guess. Brown leather for his tunic here, his covering armor kind of thing, and gray and brown leather shoes, it looks like. Should be very straightforward and fun, and hopefully we'll get him looking like this. Now, there's no kind of a decal or marking or anything for his shield, so we have to do something with the shield. We can't leave this just plain. I mean, we'll paint it up to look like wood, and I think it's got like leather and metal trim around it, so we'll do that, and this metal piece in the center, and with some arrows probably sticking out of it. But this is cool, so we need to recreate this bird design on his shield here. Shouldn't be too difficult. We'll see, but I really like his outfit here. There's some, looks like some probably brass buttons, rivets, I don't know, holding it together. We'll see what we can do. But should be a fun project. It will be a fun project. It is a fun project, and it will be very exciting. It's going to be cool. That's the first time I've unwrapped parts out of a plastic bag in a long time. I mean, most of the kits I've been building have been either, built and torn apart and rebuilt, or just kind of left abandoned for years. So this is kind of nice. So we got a brand new kit. So stick around. It should be a fun build, and let's get to it. Okay, so here we've got him primed with a very light coat of Tamiya white primer. I sprayed it on very lightly just to give the paint something to stick to, but I didn't want to make him too light colored because of the dark colors I'm going to be adding. So he's ready to paint. So we're going to get started with that. According to the painting guide here, his pants are a dark gray color, so I'm going to try some of this German field gray, World War II color, which I think will be a good base coat. I'll start with that. Got some beige color for his leggings here and some brown for the shoes. He's wearing leather. I guess this tunic here is not necessarily made out of leather. It is brown, but it needs to be separated from the leather of his shoes and the leather of his belts and stuff. So I'll need to come up with a different brown for that, and then a light gray for his skirt here, whatever it is underneath that. So I think I'll start with the pants, and I can hold on to him the top here and then do the lower part of the body and then work up. But he's looking pretty good. I think the seams filled in kind of nicely. He stands up and he looks good. So let's get started. Put that away. Oh, that's a lot of paint. Oh well. All right. See how this is going to look. Oh, this paint's kind of thin. All right. Yeah, it's kind of a green gray. But it's not too dark. I've got another Vallejo German gray, but I think that's going to be too dark. So we'll start with this one. I can always make it darker if I have to, but I think this will work, and it's definitely going to need 2 coats. Okay, so we got his legs. They're still drying. Hopefully it will dry flat. They're very glossy right now, but looks pretty good. So for his leggings, got some Vallejo khaki gray here, and seemed like a good color to use, and we will do that for the leggings. Again, this paint is thin. This paint's been sitting for a long time. Yeah. Okay, he's still drying. He's still looking like he's got green pants to me. Well, we'll have to do something about that. And the leggings will definitely need another coat, so maybe we'll make them not quite so yellow. Beige is a lot more yellow than I had anticipated. For the tunic, I guess it is, underneath his jacket, we'll use this medium gray, which I think will be a good color. Yeah, that's looking good. Oh my god, and I just got some on his pants. Oh well. Got to, also got his little fringe, his little design around there. Don't want to fill that up with paint. And we got the sleeves. Oh, that's right, he's got those around his sleeve cuffs as well. Okay, so everything is pretty dry here. For his jacket, for his protective leather, I guess it's leather for his outerwear here, I wasn't sure what color to make it. I don't really want to make it overwhelming, so we'll start with just a base coat, kind of a dark base coat. I'm using this flat earth. And then I just added a little bit of whole red just to give it a little bit of a reddish color to it. And see how that goes. So now I'm going to have to hold him down here. All right. Yeah. And all the illustrations say it should be dark brown. So, and then he's got the leather belts around him that'll have to be a slightly different color. Stand out. Bag, a little pouch that glues on, attaches to those straps there. And I got Schmutz on his thingy. Of course I did. It's what we do. Earlier I said that this trim around his skirt here is supposed to be blue and yellow. According to the instructions, it's supposed to be blue and white. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it work. So I've been working on the back side, and I just used some of this medium blue, brushed it on, and then lightly kind of dry brushed over it with some of this some warm gray, just a light gray color, and then some white for some of the highlights. I didn't want it to be pure white, so it's needing a little bit more work, but I think ultimately it will work out nicely. I've got to do it around his whole skirt and around his sleeves also. So I'm going to start working on the front using the same method. Yeah, I mean, like this particular part here looks pretty good. It gets a little iffy towards the back. I'll have to touch it up, but I think ultimately it'll look pretty cool. Just brush it on kind of heavy and then wipe it off so that I get it in there, and then hopefully I can fill it in. Haven't been this sloppy with it previously, getting it all over his skirt here. I'll have to, but I'm going to have to redo it, touch it up anyway. So, and we brush on a little bit of white in a few places just to make it pop a bit. So here's where we're at with our Viking warrior right now. We've made some progress. Got his helmet here. His helmet is not attached yet, but still working on the face, trying to get it refined a little better. Let's see if I can zoom in a little better. Actually, here. So he's looking pretty good. Just need to his teeth. Got to get his teeth finished off. The uppers look okay. The lowers need a little bit of work. It's kind of hard to paint, and I don't want to make them too white. I don't want to make them look like he's got white teeth. I don't think he would have white teeth. So, but he does have teeth, so we need to be able to see those teeth. So. And refining the hair a little better. Beard looks pretty good. His hair is getting there. The helmet, I just used some Vallejo steel paint, natural steel, and but I gotta glue it down after I finish the face, and just little bits of, his clothes here need refinement. So the paint has worn off from me handling him. I also gotta weather his leather accessories. The axe just needs a little bit of finishing off, but it's pretty ready to go, almost. Yeah, I don't have it glued in. It's just stuck in there for now. But I need to work on the shield. The shield is going to be a major element of this modal. So the box art has this this bird design here, which I would like to replicate. So thought about, well, just going off the box art here. I think I could pull it off. It's a pretty simple design, but went online, and of course you can find everything on the internet, right? So I found, yeah, there it is. That's the design. That's the one. We've got a weathered version here, but that's how it might look nowadays. But back then, it probably looked more like this. It's pretty clean. So I'm going to use this to copy this design onto here. I think I can do that. It's pretty simple. It's not the Mona Lisa. So I just got to get the orientation right. So the let me see. I think this is going to be the top. He's holding it vertically. This is the top of the thing. So let's see if we can do this. Again, of course we can do this. What are you talking about? All right. So basically around design around the peeling this paint off as I do it. Oh, the tail is much too large. Okay, it's not quite like this. Yeah, that's better. I'll just kind of have to wing it, but okay, let's see if we can paint that up, and I think I can touch up or maybe even erase some of these bad lines here. Okay. Well, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, we can fix him. So, just to recap, this is the design we're looking for. So, this is what we've got. So I haven't put the white outline around the edges yet, and there's a little bit of the pencil here I'll have to fix, but I think it looks pretty good. It's done in gloss black, so and I have flat white to go around the edges, so I'll have to put a matte finish on everything, but I think I can do it. But it looks pretty good. I think it will work. The shield is painted with this just Vallejo medium blue, and then I kind of dry brushed some of this Vallejo dark Prussian blue on it. So, and I'm going to weather it a little bit more, but I think it looks pretty good. It'll look a little like it's been through a couple of battles maybe, but we'll see how it goes. So, I've got some Tamiya flat white, and let's see if we can do the outline here. So, this brush that I think will work here. Okay, oh no, this. Yeah, it glares up quite a bit in the light there. You can't really see it when it's, but yeah, I think it looks okay. See if we can do this now. Just a basic outline. Something, well, let's make that a little bit too much. Okay, let's try. Okay, we'll need to do a little bit of touching up, it looks like. My pinstriping skills are not great. Right. Let's see. The hardest part of doing this is dealing with this glare. Oh, oops. Okay, we'll touch that up a bit. Almost done. Got a little. Okay, something like that. Again. So, yeah, needs a little. I'm concerned about this part here. Right here, this line on his neck. It's got a little hook and then goes straight down and curves. And mine doesn't quite do that. Let's see if I can adjust it. Yeah, we'll kind of go down like that, and then I think he's got to go out. I can fill that in. Yeah, so I'll just touch that up with the black. I'm going to be needing to touch up. Another thing I didn't notice is that the eye here, it's got a white outline with an actual blue center to his eye. So the eye, it's more complex than I had thought. So I don't know if I can paint a little circle there, but what are you going to do? That's like a really finer line than I don't know. I don't know if I can do that one. Now let's try. Well, yeah, I can always just fix it. And it's, yeah. Yeah, what I can do actually is just and then just fill it in with the blue dot in the center, of course. What was I thinking? See, it's not that hard. Okay. We're going to let that dry and touch it up a bit, and we should be in pretty good shape. So. Okay, it's time for a reveal. Here he is in all his glory. I finished him up, finished the shield, weathered it, gave it a coat of matte varnish. It still looks slightly shiny to me. Not sure what's up with my matte varnish. It's not quite as matte as I had hoped, so maybe I'll give it another coat. I've given him overall a coat of matte varnish also, and you can see he's a little bit shiny, although maybe, I guess his apron here is leather, so it kind of should be a little bit shiny, but shiny pants, I don't know. I don't like the shiny pants. So in keeping with the instructions, I scratch built a little, ooh, I've got a nasty painty finger there. Sorry about that. I'm just finishing him up. Scratch built the little leather strap here that they didn't include that in the kit, and they said, oh yes, you need to make this yourself. So fortunately, I was able to find a piece of thin styrene sheet and even a little buckle there, which was a photo etched 1/48 scale airplane shoulder harness buckle. So that seemed to work okay. So now he's got his safety strap here on his shield. So I think the shield came out pretty cool. It's slightly off center. It really should be straight up and down. He's holding it at a bit of an angle. But what are you going to do? He's a slightly undisciplined Viking, I guess. He doesn't hold his shield, his regalia, in a direct, straight, upright position, upright and locked position. But what are you going to do? He's got other things on his mind. He's swinging an axe. He's dodging arrows. So he's doing okay. So can't really see his face too well. It is in there, and I think it looks pretty good. Trying to get his beard, his mouth. Everything, his eye, you can't see it, but trust me, it's there. So there he is. Nice 9th century Viking. Nice 9th century Viking. If you made it this far and you like what you see, please consider liking and or subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Trying to get more videos out. The next one should be something a little more interesting than this, although this was fun. Doing the little shield there was kind of a kick. But we've got more in store, more coming, a lot more interesting stuff. So please stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I will leave some more photos at the end.